Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another video. Exciting news. We're going to start off with this because it's exciting for me. I don't know about for you guys, but the old man redeemed himself. Oh, I've got the alarm turned off, but the alarm is working, which means this will start. I'm not going to start it because it's early in the morning, but yes, it does run if you see my Instagram. So that's one thing. We might put this on the ground because it's Easter Monday, and I might actually drive it to work next week for the hell of it because I haven't driven it for a month. So you can see that. The second thing we're going to do today is we are going to start looking at this engine we have here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to see if it turns over, because I don't actually know if it does. The next thing we're going to do is compression test it, I guess, by hand. So we're not going to get an accurate reading, but you know, that'll be alright. And then we'll probably try to take the head off. If none of this stuff is too seized and I can manage to crack everything by myself, we will do that. So yeah, exciting video for you guys, hopefully. Might do the bottom end today as well, depending on how we're going for time, just to pull it apart, because that crank looks pretty rusty, so I don't know if we'll get that crank bolt out, but yeah, that's what's in store for today. So first things first, we're going to see if this thing cranks over, and I did give it a little go the other day, but I was trying to use a spanner, wasn't enough leverage. So 27mm sockets, what you guys are going to need, this thing right here, a long bar probably, because looking at this bad boy in there, she's pretty rusty. So we will set you guys up and we'll try to crank this thing over. Here we go. See if this thing turns. Oh, she's actually pretty free. I'm surprised. So I guess we better rip these spark plugs out and chuck this compression tester in. So I've got a compression tester. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the coils out and pull the spark plugs out of each cylinder, and then we're going to crank the engine over 5 or 6 times just by hand. We're not going to get a good compression reading off this, obviously, just by hand. Well, to be honest, I don't actually know, but I'm assuming that we're not. All we're going to be looking for is to see which cylinders are lower, if any are lower than the others. So that should give us a good indication on if there is a head gasket fault, whereabouts it is, if it's between 2 and 3 or 3 and 4, etc. So we'll crank it over and see what we get. So we've got our two things here. We've got an electric ratchet with our 10. This is just going to pull these 10mm bolts that are on these coils here, and then got my ratchet here with my spark plug socket in there to pull the spark plugs out. Should be pretty interesting to see what these spark plugs look like. Oh, we got the bottom of the coils stuck in there. That could be interesting to get out. Well, that was a mission, but at least they're out. Guess I'm going to need new coils. So I got the first plug out, and as expected, if this will focus, it's filthy, but interesting. So we'll keep pulling these out because it's not rusted in. So, and then we'll compression test it. So I've got my compression tester in cylinder 1. So I'm just going to set you guys up, and then I'm going to crank them over with my bar 4 or 5 times, 5 or 6 times, whatever, on each cylinder. We'll record what the numbers are, and then hopefully we find that they're all even, or that 2 of them are slightly lower than the rest, to determine where we're kind of looking, so that way when we pull the head off we are sure that it is head gasket or whatever. We are going to dismantle the whole engine anyway, because I don't know, I want to do it, it'll be fun, and just to double check that everything is safe before I go and put this into something and then find out it's going to blow up 2 minutes later. So we'll keep going, we'll do the compression test and we'll see what we get. Here we go, cylinder 1. Get my bar. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got about 10 psi, so to be honest I don't know if that's a very accurate way of reading it, but I thought I'd give it a go, see what results I got anyway. But yeah, so 20 psi cylinder 1, nothing on cylinder 2, 20 psi on cylinder 3, 40 psi on cylinder 4. So if anything, I'm going to say we have an issue in cylinder 2, whether that be rings, gasket, bearing. So I popped out for a bit with the fam and Nick, and yeah, we're back now. So took the timing chain tensioner out, taking the cam angle sensor out. You take, well, you don't have to take this off, but it kind of makes it easier. Take this front plate off, hold this crank, this cam, and break this nut off, and then we can take this cam gear off and get the chain off, and then cams come out, and then head comes off, and then what happens?
Then we can see if the head gasket is fucking gone.
Yeah, or if something else, like a hole in the piston or something. Who knows? I guess we'll find out.
Easy.
So the old gun got the old bolt out, mate. Fuck, we were pissing around for ages trying to do it by hand. Just use a gun. Ain't it?
Ooh.
Look at that. Woo! Now we oh, the chain's coming off anyway, so we need to hold it tight. But if you are not completely taking the engine apart, best advice is to pull this tight and hold it tight somehow. Hey mate. So you don't lose the bottom tooth down there. So now we're taking off the cams, so you've got to loosen all the cam caps, bring them up slowly even so you don't bend anything, and never do this like if the car's still warm, because all this will be soft because this is all alloy, so it'll bend. Don't take a head off when it's warm either, you always want it to be cold. So yeah, that's all we're up to. You're on YouTube, Tracy.
This one as well.
Yeah. Squares.
Yeah.
So I'm putting all the exhaust side cam caps in one glad bag, and I'll write exhaust cam cap on it, and then all the intake ones on the other side. And I also went through before with the nail punch and just put a little dot on each one to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever, so we know exactly where they go back, because they need a match when you put them back in. You can't just put them anyway, otherwise you'll have problems. So yeah, nail punch and a hammer, and put them in a bag so you know which ones go where.
Yeah. Score.
So that. So just about to pull the rocker arms out. Underneath here is a flat shim and a horseshoe shim, and you need to remember which way round these things go. So take a photo or whatever of them, and then put them in a bag with a magnet, because the last SR that I built, I put them in the wrong way, and then once the cams got a bit of load on them, they all snapped, and then everything went through my engine, and I had rocker arms go everywhere and all that kind of thing. So yeah, learned from my mistake. This time we're gonna take a photo of it, and yeah, here they are here. So when you take the rocker arm off, you'll see that there's a flat one here, that's a shim, sits on top of the valve, and then this is the horseshoe one. These are the ones that break. So on the intake side it goes flat first, on the exhaust side it goes horseshoe first. So you need to remember that when you take them out and when you put them back in, so you don't put them in the wrong way and break them all. So now that we've got all our shims out, you can see here's our valves obviously, and here's our hydraulic lifter, and then through here is our head bolt. So I think they're a 10 or an 8mm Allen key, so you're going to need Allen key sockets for this, and then yeah, you just pull them out starting from the middle, go around in a spiral, slowly loosen them all off, and then until they're all undone, and then pull the head straight up.
Two bolts there, to the oil pump, and that one there I think, and that's it. 10 bolts.
Surely. Is it not?
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's yum.
It's not grease.
It's not grease. It is milky water, milky oil.
Try one. This guy. That guy. Heavy guy.
These are rubbish now, by the way, guys. You can't reuse these. Oh, one more. Yeah, you can't reuse these. You have to replace them. So, bin, I guess. But now's the moment of truth.
Look at these Allen keys here.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Probably.
Get your hammer G.
Bit of rubber.
I don't. Here we go. Oh my god. Why is... Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot. There's another 10.
Oh, mate. It's on the gun.
It's not straight.
Where are you going to put it?
Some cardboard down there. Under the wheels. But under the front cowl, right? This time. Same video. Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Oh, straight up. Ooh.
Drop it? No.
Actually,
I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but
So we got the head off, but it's not that obvious as to what went wrong. This is just a factory gasket. I thought this was a metal head gasket, but it's not. But yeah, weird. We'll keep having a look, but this will probably be the finish of today's video, and we'll probably film whatever we do next for the next video. So stay tuned, like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for filming. Thanks for helping.